Well, hey folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to jump right into it today. You got the Wingman here. My question for you is why? Why do people continue to buy from Camping World? I'm going to read a story. This came out of Oregon, if you've not heard it yet, but this is about Camping World. They got slapped with a big one this time. And I'm going to read to you the story in a second. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm here at one of my favorite stops, Buc-ee's. If you have not stopped at a Buc-ee's, I encourage you, when you're driving down south, you'll probably see a bunch of them. They're super crowded. They've got great coffee, the cleanest bathrooms, places to go potty that you have ever seen. And I think the best thing I like about Buc-ee's is I can get in and out in a hurry no matter how crowded they are. And the people are so dang nice. You walk in, good morning, how you doing? Welcome to Buc-ee's. They're just so nice, kind of like a Chick-fil-A version, if you would. All right, so this comes out of, I'm going to put a link to this in the description down below. It says Oregon AG announces settlement with RV dealer Camping World. This is the Oregon Department of Justice. I'm going to read this. Company will pay more than $3 million to refund impacted customers. I have been saying for years that Camping World and others use techniques on you, on people out there, that the people have no idea what they're buying. And Camping World and these other sleazy dealers may say, well, that's their fault. I don't think so. I mean, do we as a consumer have the responsibility to read the paperwork and understand it? Yes. But there's this trust factor. And most people, I believe, trust these dealers far too much, especially Camping World. Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum announced today a $3.5 million settlement with Camping World, a national dealer of recreational vehicles or RVs with multiple locations in Oregon. This result resolves a multi-year consumer protection investigation by the Oregon Department of Justice, the DOJ, Civil Recovery Section. Quote, the settlement orders Camping World to return $3 million in refunds to affected customers. This is just Oregon. Our investigation found that Camping World would advertise a heavily discounted, quote, dare to compare price. Do you remember that? I mean, they did. They do all kinds of promotions with Abraham Lincoln and, $5 a day, you can get an RV. You bet. Read the fine print. It says they would found that Camping World would advertise a heavily discounted dare to compare price. During negotiations, Camping World would claw back its purported discount by double charging consumers for freight and prep charges, double charging, that had already been included in the advertised price, AG Rosenblum said. This is not how Oregonians expect or deserve to be treated. Under the terms of the agreement of the $3.5 million Camping World will be required to pay to the state. $3 million will be used to refund certain customers that purchased from Camping World between January 1 of 2017 and December 2018, December 31. That's a 2-year period of 2017, come on, Wingman, and 2018, who paid more than the advertised price for the vehicle. That was before the pandemic. What do you think happened during the pandemic when people were, as I call it, intoxicated to buy an RV? And they would go in, they'd sign things, and they'd have no idea what they were signing, and they're still paying for those things. Consumers that purchased vehicles after December 31, 2018 may also be eligible for a refund under the agreement. Customers who bought a vehicle after December 31, 2018 and believe that they also paid more than the advertised price must submit a written complaint to the Oregon DOJ within 6 months of this announcement to potentially be eligible to receive a refund. Consumers that submit written complaints should include any information they have to demonstrate they paid more than the advertised price. This is what I want to say. Also, Camping World cannot charge any customer more than the advertised offering price of the vehicle, excluding optional goods or accessories, license and registration fees, or other taxes. The offering price must be available to all consumers. It cannot be contingent on whether a consumer is paying cash or financing the deal. I have heard stories that Camping World and some sleazy dealers will say, look, the price is so much if you pay it over time, but if you have to borrow money on it, but it's a different price if you pay cash for it. That's against the law. And I think it's not just Oregon. I think it's everywhere. So if somebody says, well, it's one price if you do this, it's another price if you do that, I would say baloney. I wouldn't believe it. All right. The settlement agreement includes several additional protections for future customers. Camping World is prohibited from double charging consumers for any goods or services already included in the MSRP, including any amount for freight and prep. I've heard stories that Camping World says, oh, well, we got to charge you for the freight. I mean, getting that RV here. Well, they've already paid for it. It's built into the price of the camper. To ensure consumers know what they're being asked to pay, Camping World is required to disclose these charges on a label attached to the vehicle. I think it's a smart thing. Camping World must use clear abbreviations in its purchase orders so that consumers can tell what they're being asked to purchase. They will use these acronyms and these terms that you and I have probably never heard of before, and we just assume we don't want to come across as being stupid. I mean, and they would never screw us, would they? It's most people do this. It's part of the deal. Okay, and you just go along with it. The DOJ's investigation found that Camping World would often use the term environ, E-N-V-I-R-O-N. You know what environ means? I had to look it up. They used the term environ on purchase orders to describe what amounted to a limited warranty against weather damage. Camping World cannot make a free offer in conjunction with the purchase of a motor vehicle unless it's offered by a manufacturer or another party that's not Camping World, including Good Sam Club. Because Camping World owns both companies, such free offers can be illusory. Consumers who have questions about the settlement or believe they have been affected by Camping World's actions should contact Oregon Department of Justice hotline, blah, 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 blah. I thank the civil enforcement team of the DOJ for their focus and persistence in this investigation and in helping to make restitution to those affected by Camping World's practices, A.G. Rosenblum added. So I know that this was just a news story, but I think it's a big news story. And while Oregon may not... generally speaking, the people out there are not very conservative, and I'm a real conservative person. I love that the DOJ out there has investigated and spent the time and the resources to look into some of these things that Camping World has been doing, and now they've been slapped with it. Now, how many people are going to hear about this? Probably not nearly enough. I drove down the interstate today. There's a big giant American flag. There's a Camping World. And people go there and they continue to go to buy. How much more negative stuff has to be said out there to get people to say, ooh, I may go to Camping World to look, but I ain't going to buy from them. I mean, seriously, what do you think? What do you think you think Oregon is the only state where people have been taken advantage of by Camping World? I don't either. The ESP, the Extended Service Protection Plan, that's one of the biggest things I've talked about for years. If you purchased from Camping World, in fact, from many dealers, if you purchased an RV, the finance person, will oftentimes try to convince you that you just must buy this Extended Service Protection Plan. I mean, any idiot would buy it. Don't you want a warranty? You want this thing for all in the future? You never know. And it really sounds good, but it's not a warranty. It's not. It's a separate policy that is not even with Camping World. It is a protection plan that is a third-party insurance plan, if you will. It's a maintenance plan that people are sold, and the commissions on those things to the dealer are high, and they are built into that they are added to the price. And let's say it's a 5-year ESP, Extended Service Protection Plan. And you've got a 15-year note. You're going to pay on it for 15 years, but the coverage runs out in 5. And guess what? If you got a 2-year warranty on your RV, why are you paying all that money? So if you purchased an ESP, you can cancel it. No matter who you bought it through, you can cancel it. Now, they don't want you to cancel it, and they don't make it easy for you to cancel. But if you would like to cancel your Good Sam ESP, I'm going to help you do it. Down below is a link to if you will follow it precisely, it will give you the instructions to get 100% of the unused premium of your ESP back, minus a small processing fee of maybe $50. So let's say you paid $6,000 for an ESP and you've used it, you've had the RV for 3 years. You've got 3 years of unused premium that you have already paid for. It's built into the loan, it's built into what you owe. You can get that $3,000 back if you do it the right way. Or more than likely, the bank will say, we'll take that $3,000 and we will reduce the amount of money you owe on the RV. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in here today and say, I don't know why. I just don't know why people continue to buy from Camping World. I mean, God bless Marcus Lemonis and those people there. They've done a hell of a marketing campaign. And I think that they prey, and too many dealers prey on the uneducated RV buyer. If more first-time buyers would slow down, take a deep breath, investigate, listen to people. I mean, Camping World will say, well, we're so big, of course we have a few bad stories. A few? I mean, look around. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes to find out that there are hundreds of people that feel like they have been swindled, taken advantage of by them. So, I know I did not get my invitation to a Camping World Christmas party this year. I don't think I'm going to get one next year either. All right, so what else is going on? Anybody out in the campground are planning on going camping over the Christmas holiday or between Christmas and New Year's? Is it too cold where you are? Is it just right? As a former campground owner, we used to love spending from Christmas to New Year's up at our campground. It was so much fun. The winter Texans that came down, we made terrific relationships with them. Had potluck dinners, and Santa Claus came, and it was just a good time. And I miss owning the campground. This is one of the times of year when I really miss it the most. So, all right, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much. Hope you all have had a great weekend. You've got a great week ahead as we approach Christmas. Let me know where you're watching today's video from, and if you would, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications to on, and let me know what you think about Camping World. Would you ever buy an RV from Camping World, or recommend that somebody buys from Camping World? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, hoping that you'll be the best wingman or best wingwoman possible by helping people make the right decisions, keeping them from making some serious blunders. Y'all be safe, have fun, play nice, don't leave your good manners at home, and Merry Christmas to you.